Hi psychology students, welcome to your second online class. Today's online class is on the topic of memory. So what you'll do is you'll click on online classes because the first step is always just to read through the instructions. So you'll see your online classes and then look for the one that's titled memory with the date. And there all the steps and instructions are posted. So read through those carefully. So your first step is to watch a 20-minute talk, and then you're going to write a journal entry about that talk. So I've posted the questions or topic that you'll be writing about here, but it's also posted under the journal. So let's go to the journal and look for the journal titled Memory here. And then you'll answer these three questions by first clicking on Create Journal Entry and answer the questions. And I recommend that you also save it to Word just in case you have problems posting. So one thing I wanted to clarify, what do I mean by 4 terms from the memory chapter? Well, you should be skimming through and reading ahead in the memory chapter and also looking at your notes for any of the major vocabulary terms. So in the textbook, those words are in bold. They're also included in this list that we did when we did that memory experiment in class. So the first 40 are on the topic of memory. Or you could go through my slides, and typically the words are either in bold or they're the heading of the slide. So look for any major vocabulary terms, and you're going to apply 4 of them to that talk. So once you're finished with that, you're going to click on Discussion, and you're going to post to the discussion board. So make sure to do both components. They're both worth 1%. So here you'll look for the memory discussion, which is at the top, and you're going to post a short answer question to the memory discussion board. So you saw what I used in the previous quiz, but I'd like to hear what you have to say and which parts you think are important. And also it's actually a really good study method to try to think about what the test will actually ask. So as long as a few are posted and they're appropriate, I'll use at least one or if not more, if not all, from the discussion board, depending on how many of you post. So try to think of a sample short answer question and check back often to see what the other students have posted in case I use those ones. Another option for what you could post, so you can either do a sample short answer question or you can post to the open thread. So if you're not familiar with blogging, an open thread is just posting anything on a topic. So here the topic is memory. So you can post anything on memory. Maybe you've seen a really cool video about memory, or you have some article that you've read or know some interesting facts about memory. So you can post there on the open thread. Or maybe you have some tips, so some methods that you use for studying that you could share to help out your peers. So that's what you can post to the open thread. So once you're finished with those 2 major steps, another further optional step for this week's online class is to go back to the discussion board and scroll down, and you can post here to the bonus short answer redo. So if you weren't happy with your quiz mark for quiz number 1, you can redo 2 of the short answer questions. So I've posted the questions here, and when you click on it, it has the actual phrasing again. So what I would like you to do is post an ideal answer. So if you had all the time in the world, how would you have answered this? And you know, if you'd had spell check and been able to write proper English. So really work on trying to answer an ideal question and check back to learn from your peers. So you can see how your peers answered these questions, and that can really inform how you answer your questions. One more short thing I wanted to show you in relation to the quiz. Everybody ran out, so I wanted to tell you how to calculate your mark. So this bonus redo is worth an extra up to an extra 5 points towards your total on quiz 1, which was a total of 45. And to find out that total, look at your score on the short answer, which will be in the bottom corner, and it's out of 10. And then look at your score on the multiple choice, which is on the green page at the back, and that's a score out of 35. So if you add 35 and 10, you get 45. So that's your current score, and up to 5 points towards that score out of 45. So I hope that helps. Please email me if you have any questions, and if not, I'll see you next class.